Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about the top 5 smartphones you guys can get in 2021. Now before I start the video, I want to preface it by saying that this video is going to focus on all types of smartphones. Budget smartphones as well as high-end ones, so I'm not going to stick to a particular type. Alright, without further ado, let's get right to the video. Alright, number 1. The iPhone 12 Pro Max. This is one of the best iPhones that you can get from Apple up to date. This phone comes with the Apple A14 Bionic chip as well as 6GB of RAM. And with both of these combinations, you'll have no issue when it comes to performance because it tends to outperform a lot of the competition and it'll just fly by in terms of performance. And with that, you will also have no issue when it comes to the camera because the camera is one of the best cameras in a phone up to date. This phone has a massive 6.7-inch OLED display, which I think is the biggest display that Apple has ever put in an iPhone. But it's not cheap. It's gonna start at $1,100, which is actually pretty expensive. But again, if you have that kind of money and you're looking for a premium smartphone, then I think this is easily one of the best phones out there to recommend. Coming in at number 2, we have the Google Pixel 4a. I know that this phone came out last year in 2020, but I think that it's still comparable even in 2021 just because of the price and the stellar camera performance of the phone. The Pixel 4a comes with a 5.8-inch OLED display, as well as 6GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, as well as the Snapdragon 730G processor. I know these specs aren't high-end specs by any means in a phone in 2021, but the only reason why I added this to the list is because of the price and the camera. The camera on the Pixel 4a is extremely good. It is just in line with the Apples and Samsungs of the world, and you can't beat it for the price that you're paying for the phone. It's only $350. For $350, you are getting an incredible camera and pretty modest specs, which I think is a really good deal for the phone. Alright, number 3 on the list is the Galaxy S21 Ultra. This is one beast of a phone. This phone has a massive 6.8-inch display and the option of starting with 12GB of RAM going all the way up to 16GB of RAM, which is absolutely bonkers in a smartphone. And you have the option of starting with 128GB of storage going all the way up to 512GB of storage. And on top of that, this phone also has the Snapdragon AAA processor as well as a 120Hz refresh rate. With all of these things combined, it makes for one hell of a phone. And this is a little bit more minuscule, but this is the first phone in the Galaxy S series to have S Pen support, which actually comes included with the phone inside of the box. So you do have the option of using the S Pen if you choose to do so. But this phone comes with a massive 108 megapixel camera setup in the rear that has the ability to do 8K video recording and 4K video recording in the front camera, which I think is pretty insane. And because this phone has all these beefy specs, the price is going to be hefty. You can pick up this phone on Amazon for $1,000 to start with, the basic variant, like 12GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. But if you decide to go up a notch and go for the 512GB of storage and the 16GB of RAM, be prepared because you are going to be paying $1,380. So be prepared to break the bank. Alright, next on the list is a bit more of a modest phone in comparison to the S21 Ultra, but from a similar lineup. The S20 Fan Edition. This phone, like the Pixel 4a, also came out last year. But I decided to include it on this list because I think it's the perfect balance between a really high-end phone like the Galaxy S21 Ultra and a budget phone like the Pixel 4a. This phone comes with a 6.5-inch OLED display, which is actually still fairly large. It comes with 6GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, which you can actually expand as opposed to the Galaxy S21 Ultra, which is a fixed storage amount. So that is a plus point. On top of that, it also comes with the Snapdragon 865 processor, which even to this day is still comparable and really respectable. And on top of that, this phone also has a smooth 120Hz refresh rate, which is actually really good. You can pick up this phone on Amazon for $600, which is a really good price for the specs that the phone has. Last but not least, coming in at number 5, we have the OnePlus 9 Pro. Now, I know that in my previous video, I reviewed the OnePlus 8 Pro, and I said in that video that if it was between choosing the 8 Pro and the 9 Pro, then definitely go for the 8 Pro, because in my opinion, it was just a better option. But when it comes to choosing the best smartphone in 2021, like one of the best smartphones, I think the 9 Pro is the one to go with. And here's the reason why. The OnePlus 9 Pro right now is the best smartphone that OnePlus has to offer to its customers. so it has a lot of great specs. So let's go over the specs. The OnePlus 9 Pro has a 6.7-inch OLED display. It comes with either 8GB of RAM or 12GB of RAM. It has either 128GB of storage or 256, and it comes with a AAA processor, just like the Galaxy S21 Ultra. On top of this phone also has the smooth 120Hz dynamic refresh rate, and I don't have to talk to you about the charging speeds because I mentioned it in the last video, but again, the charging speeds are just absolutely bonkers fast. The starting price of this phone is approximately $1,080, but you are getting a whole load of features for the price that you're paying for the phone. So in my opinion, I think it's worth it. Alright, so that was my top 5 smartphones to buy in 2021. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and dropping a like. I would really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.